Hello ladies and gents, and welcome back to another video. My name is GGJ, and today you are joining me in our next tutorial update for beginners guides, which will be the Shaman, the class of Shaman, the healer, the one that keeps you alive, gives you health, and stops you from going splat dead in the middle of the battlefield. Right, so let's talk about Shaman, shall we? What do we want to, our stat-wise, what do we want to plow it into? Let's hover over these stats. Do you want it in strength? No. Do you want it in stamina? Maybe. Do you want it in dex? Absolutely not. Do you want it in intelligence? No. Do you want it in wisdom? Yay! There we go. Let's have a look. Why do we want it in wisdom, you say? Min to max damage. You can see those lovely little green things glowing up. You get haste and you get MP. All of these stats are needed for a Shaman. Next up, let's go over what you need on your items, okay? So min to max damage is a guaranteed. That increases your healing numbers. You can run block on... There's several types of Shaman you could use, but we're going to go with the basic, right? So the main stat you want is wisdom, right? After that, you want to be getting... you can go blocked or stamina. But the most things that you really want is going to be this: wisdom, max damage, wisdom, minimum damage. These are the things you want on your items. As you can see, mine's a little bit all over the place, but at the same time, I've still got the max damage. I still have my main stat, which is wisdom, or minimum damage and wisdom, or haste, critical, wisdom. Okay, so these are the things that a Shaman benefits from. We're going to just quickly go ahead and now talk about what is your bread and butter skills and rotations, right? Shamans are quite simple. There isn't too much about it. You highlight a person, or you've got it in your on the left hand side. Shaman, we'll use him as a, like, so if I 1, 2, 3 stacks, and you'll see that it increases in number each stack, and then I can hit mend, and I do 180. The mend is basically your burst, so you don't actually have to have revitalize on it, but it does help. If you've got stacks on it like that, there we go, and you can just basically go in. And also, if you pop in your Canine Howl, that gives your whole entire party haste, which is like archers, and you benefit from that. So again, I can just keep spamming my heals, and as you see, it just gets faster and faster and faster, and my men comes up, and there you go, you crit for 268. Highest I've done is 322 or something. So depending on what these are. So let's go ahead and look at our skills, shall we? Let's bring the skills up. What is your bread and butter? Revitalize. This is the #1 heal that you are going to take. Not, you want this at level 5, okay? Yes, I've got mine at level 4, but this is your bread and butter, okay? So these are the things you want to be doing. So revitalize is your bread and butter. Then we come down to mend, which is here. You want this at level 5. Again, it's a burst heal. You know, if your tank's running a little bit low, or you've got a DPS that got caught up in some of the mobs, it's like, oh, quickly get a revitalize on, then hit it. So like, you can go into revitalize here and just get 1 on him, and then get that mend going as well. Revitalize is a tick, remember, right? And then there we go, you get that little burst, right? Next up is Canine Howl. Now this is what I've got. You can have Canine Howl at level 5. It does, if we pop it, let's just go ahead and pop Canine Howl. You will see it increases your haste, right? So your haste is now at 33% with Canine Howl. It only lasts for a short period of time. The duration from my one at level 2 is only 15 seconds, but as you saw, it was 30% from my additional one, which is 11%, okay? Which means you can just spam heal a lot quicker. You can probably see the difference in speed. Now, you want to be getting Canine Howl for PvE. Again, this is for a PvE Shaman, to level 5, okay? Agonize. Not something I really use. Personally, I'm not that type of Shaman. Agonize, basically, let's go ahead and look at the effects. Turns your target into a zombie, interrupting all actions, slowing it down, and reducing received healing for the duration. Now, this is great for PvP. You can slow targets, and they take reduced healing, okay? You can have this at level 4. It's a great interrupt as well. It's, oh, no, sorry, no, I will tell a lie. It's not, it's a silence, right? So it's a silence, right? with healing, and basically it's a movement reduction. You can get that to probably level 3, level 4. I would recommend it 3. Cars, who is probably classed as the best PvP shaman in the world in the game at present, says that he takes it to level 4 for PvE. Next up is Spirit Animal. I have mine at level 2 because it gives me a 23 duration with a 30-second cooldown, so I've only got a couple of seconds in between, and I can keep my movement. But you can literally use this at level 1. You don't actually need to use level this up. It's basically you turn yourself into a little grub, you run around, it gives you the movement speed, and as you can see, you've got a 30-second cooldown. This lasts for 25 seconds at level 2 and 20 seconds at level 1, I do believe. Maybe wrong on the number there, but that's what we do. Right, the next thing up you're going to be wanting to take is Summon. You want to get this at level 1. Doesn't really go any higher. So what you do when you're in a party, it's used for a lot of things, right? So you can summon all your party members to you. If you're in PvP, you get to a place before the enemy. You can bring your whole group to you. It's easy because you can go into summon, bring them all down, drop your healing totem, and boom. And then you can start healing people up, right? So that's really good. So next up, we have Mimmer's Well. Now, let's just hover over it. Where's it gone? I have mine at level 4. Right, I believe Mimmer's Well is incredible. I'm going to be getting mine to level 5, and it is recommended that you do the same. Let's have a go ahead and look at the effect. You and your party members quickly regenerate mana over a short period of time, as a 120-second cooldown, and you get 160 MP recovered. So let's go ahead and pop that. You'll see that I get 5 over a short period of time, and it really does bring your mana up. At level 5, that will be reading 6. So yeah, those are the your basics. Next up will be the healing totem. Now this is very important. So healing totem, let's go ahead and put it down. You want to get this, you don't want to go any too high with it. You want to level 4, you don't really need to go overly aggressive with it, but let's go ahead and look at the effects. Place a totem on the ground, healing your entire party within the circular range, which I made that part up, but that's what it should say. The circular range, as you see, is where it will be. If you've got people standing in that, say Pulse are there, shout out to my boy Pulse. If he or any of these people here were in my party, they would be getting healed, right? So 25 meter range, requires no target, is 18.3 heal as base, and it costs 34 mana to do so. It's a 2.3 second cast time and has 1 minute cooldown. So let's go ahead and look at the bread and butter rotations, right? This guide's really simple, guys. Okay, we're gonna go, let's have a look at Pulsar, right? No, he's gonna move. Okay, we'll look at Bubba Pew Pew. So say he's doing damage, he's like, oh yeah, taking a bit of damage, you're gonna be dropping Revitalize on it. You can try and get 3 stacks, and what I mean by 3 stacks is that if it highlights him here, you see Revitalize comes up here and gives 3, right? You've got 10 seconds, and look at the over the 10 seconds, it's just going to keep doing healed percentage over time. And before the 3 runs out, make sure you hit the mend, which is a burst heal. It's great for keeping tanks alive. You can simply, in fact, let's do it, right? So I'm going to drop 1. We'll do just 1, 2, 1, 1, 2. 1. This is just so simple, and you'll see all the numbers coming up. You come back to Pulse, you can throw a mend on him. There we go, 219. And as you can see, the if I hit my Canine Howl now, watch how quickly I can produce this. Put the mend up. There we go, mend's going up. We've got more damage. This is fantastic. This is what we like. And I can drop Totem as well. So how do you start an engagement? What does this mean? Right, your DPS are going in, your tanks tanking everything, are getting the torts. What you do is you start by getting Mimmer's Well. You put Mimmer's Well out, you find your tank or whoever's going to be taking the most amount of damage. You get 3 stacks on him, and you're going to get in a party. You'll have a bunch of numbers up here. You can just left click on it, and you can just keep going on and healing. So Mimmer's Well into Canine Howl, and then Revitalize, getting stacks onto people. And if a target gets really low, let's have a look at Darcy. Boom, let's get that man going so you can get them the low targets healed up real quick. There we go, he's all nice healed up. Let's have a quick see Is anybody just coming into the spawn? It doesn't look like. There we go. War's here. So I can boom straight away. I can probably revitalize. I can pop that. Look, 1, 2, 3. By the time you've got 3 stacks on it, your men's already done, right? So your men's already picked up. Let's go for it again. 1. We'll put 1 stack. 2 stack. 3 stack. Men's already up. Bosh. Done. And everybody, all your targets will be kept up on their HP, and it's pretty much as simple as that. As for positioning, try to keep yourself away from the group as much as possible. You remember, it's 25-meter range, so basically, let's say you put your totem down, right? And your, say, what's his name? Brunko here is that we're going to pretend with this archer. He's kiting it. He's, you know, precise shot into his dash bush. He's going to be dashing around. You want to be here, so your job is here. You can turn. So say if you're leveling with an archer, he's kiting around. All you have to do is like this. You can, you know, just throw the heals down on him as and when needed. Pop your Canine Howl. Pop your Mimra's Wall. Pop your healing totem, and your archer's going to be really fine. Anybody who is into the PvP or PvE, sorry, will know that they need to come to you for your heals. They will know that they have to there we go, pop that, get Darcy up. That will know that, you know, they have to work around the healer as and when you're leveling, right? So as for positioning, you don't want to be getting like AoE'd, or you don't want to be taking direct damage. You don't have a great health pool, unless of course you're a Shaman that is going to be, you know, taking you can tank with it basically. So the way I look at things is, so we'll just quickly recap what we've said. It's revitalize, which is your bread and butter. Mend for the burst heal. 5 Mimra's Well, 5 to make myself party spend less money and mana potions. You're going to be healing totem at level 4 for the people that are not being focused. You've got summon, self-explanatory, summons a party members to you, and of course spirit animal, which turns you into this wonderful little grub and gives you movement speed. However, that's a little bit bugged at present in the current patch, but it will be fixed. So yeah guys, that is pretty much all there is to shamans. Okay, there is an in-depth guide that I will be putting out on shamans, because there's a lot you can do with a shaman in PvP, but an in-depth guide will be coming out. But for the moment, this is your beginner's guide to a shaman. Remember guys, if you like, please leave a like on the video, leave me a comment, and of course if you haven't already, subscribe to the YouTube channel. It really does benefit me in the long run. I really want to try and push this channel to 1,000 subscribers. So thanks guys for watching, and I will see you in the next one.